sport.
Okay, there's this talk of CAF stop Moroccanizing, African football. Everything is going to Morocco. But CAF will say, okay, everything is going to Morocco. We also want to see this level of development in other nations. There are talks now that East Africa, I think a Ivorian journalist called the attention of CAF that he doesn't even think East Africa is ready for the next AFCON due to the level of development, the limited development in East Africa. So if East Africa is not ready, go to Southern Africa. How many countries are even ready in the Southern Africa? They come to the Western Africa because now Morocco has raised the bar. I wouldn't want the next host to drop the standard of AFCON.
I don't think that would happen. I think there is a lot of things to take out from this tournament hosting Morocco to make other things we want to do better. I think there's lots to challenge everyone. Is it the semi-final? Is it the referee calls that people were saying? Is it the Moroccans being aggressive about wanting to win the tournament? It's becoming something that people should take positives from. And what's the positives? See it as okay. All we need to do is to provide a better environment to be able to stand the chance of hosting the Nations Cup too. So if everyone can try to emulate this and try to create a situation whereby CAF won't have a choice than look elsewhere more than just the Moroccans, then possibly if there is a competition, proper competition about this thing, then it's only going to get better, no doubt about that. But if there's a situation about there is Morocco here, others are here, then what do we do? CAF won't have much of a choice than still going back to look that way. But as it is right now, we can only hope that other teams are taking positives from what they saw in Morocco and want to emulate or even do better if possible.
Because in the next 20 years, I don't think we don't want Morocco. They can hold the AFCON, but not AFCON. Maybe in the next 20 years, take it to that part of Africa. Now countries in East Africa will host the next edition. Then the upcoming ones come to West Africa, go to Southern Africa, and let's see. But are these countries also ready, including Nigeria? They have of course, Nigeria is not ready, not even in 5 years.
Moses, the truth is that we have sports federations. We have the NFF, we have the Moroccan Football Federation and all of that. At the end of the day, it is what your government is ready to do, not the federations. It's what your government is ready to do. The federations will build the stadiums. The ministries might not build the stadium if the resources are not available. Now the NSA has about over 200 billion in terms of what should.
We have to run. We have to run now. AFCON final walk off. Morocco files no complaint as CAF begins a probe. So yes, that's what's happening right now. Do they have a case? I think that's the.
No matter the outcome of this probe, the cup will not be withdrawn from Senegal. The game has been played. The winner has been declared. Maybe sanctions, maybe fines on the team, on the Senegal Federation for not.
Their coach.
For not controlling their players and their coaching staff. That is possible, but at the end of the day, you ask yourself to what end? Now the finals have been played. Senegal has been crowned champion. No matter what happens with this CAF probe, they will not take back. The trophy, and that's the most important thing for any team. I think Senegal will gladly receive whatever. Now they are going home with how much? With about $10.5 million for winning the African Cup of Nations. If you slap them with $2 million, it's like what we say in Yoruba parlance. It is the same money.
Slap them $10 million. So I tell you.
So basically, I don't think they will slap them anything more than $2 million.
But looking at the penalty or not?
It's a penalty.
It's a penalty.
It's a penalty. Day or night, it's a penalty.
Okay. What about their own goal that was overruled? Justified?
I think the issue with the Senegal goal was that the moment Hakimi fell down, before the ball found its way to the back of the net, the referee had already blown the whistle. Now, the issue there is that it shows bias. Basically, when things like that even happen, incidents leading to goal, VAR is supposed to step in. Now, in that scenario, VAR was not even involved at all. So maybe if you are taking a look and go back to the monitor and look at what really happened, because I felt that what happened there was a 50-50 incident. So there is a possibility, but the moment that happened, the referee blew the whistle even before the ball was at the back of the net.
And then this is the reason why they said sometimes let the ball flow, let the game flow. You know, if there was an error, VAR will review it. You know, so as regards this one, what they're saying is that the VAR reviewed and agreed with the referee. So that was why there was no call for VAR. If the VAR didn't agree, then they would have asked them to come check.
But they overruled goal. Was that a goal? Was that contact enough to overrule that goal?
No, I think that contact was not enough to overrule the goal. It's a clean goal for me.
Clean goal.
Yeah. That was not a foul on Hakimi. It's just two players
trying to,
and then one fell off, you know, wanting to get that free kick.
Knowing that
they knew that the referee would blow at every opportunity they fell.
Moses, that also sums up the fact that officiating for Morocco and this tournament, every 50-50 draws goes their way.
Yeah. They just need to drop their shoulder about it.
Well, I just hope, let it be said that what we saw in the final, then the Senegalese coach withdrawing the players wouldn't happen again, because other teams could take a lead from this. So anytime there's a call that they are not comfortable with, we see that in the MPFL. So much in the MPFL. Once the referee blows against your team, you see the coach will call the players to come, so they will waste time. But we don't want to see such at this stage. So I don't know the kind of sanctions CAF will met out. And I hope FIFA won't be part of this, because I saw a rumor this morning. I know it's not true that Senegal has been banned from the World Cup. That won't happen. Anyway, you see that's purely fake news. But will FIFA also intervene in this, or the sanctions will just be within CAF?
It's a CAF competition.
Yeah.
It's a CAF competition. Yes, the FIFA.
But CAF is under FIFA.
Yes, the FIFA president was also there. But in cases where the continental body is unable to actually reach a verdict, then maybe FIFA will step in. But I think at this point, that's the reason why CAF are also doing their own probe, their own investigations to what happened. I also feel on the surface
what happened is clear.
Exactly.
We were not comfortable with that decision, and they walked out. Then later, came back to the field of play.
I don't think.
And I've never seen such.
I don't even think it was about that one decision. It's because a lot of decisions have been going wrong. At that point, it was as if they've had enough, and they just wanted to. The only thing in the coach's head at that point was just to leave.
Moses will have to wait and see.
Well, we enjoyed the final.
I know Senegal will get punished.
The final was dramatic.
They already got their coach suspended. What else do you want them to do?
Some would say it was shameful that players walked out of the pitch. They said that I saw. For some of us, it was like we were watching African Magic. It was so dramatic and all of that. It was a final that had everything. So it depends on which side do you belong.
It's not about just the side you belong. I think it's also about the letter of the law. CAF cannot be seen to be going with just the sentiment. Yes, a number of people have already beginning to think that CAF sides with Morocco, but at the same time, they will also want to actually see to it that they are following the letter of the law. The moment players stage a walkout on the pitch, when it is not matters of racism, then something has to be done. But I think at the end of the day, Senegal will get sanctioned, they will get punished or fined, but at the end of the day, they will also be happy that they got the trophy.
Well, and for Diaz from Euro to Villain, I hope the Moroccans will forgive him. But that's something about Paneka. I remember when Adeliva Lukman tried that in Fulham. At Fulham, it looks stupid.
It will make you look incredibly stupid.
Because, and I don't know what Mendes was thinking not to have moved.
He didn't play Paneka against Almighty Buffon in the World Cup final. and then he scored.
And it worked.
You know, so this is a situation that as a footballer sometimes you have it in your head that this goalkeeper is either going right or left.
Yeah, because most time goalkeeper.
And then you want to shoot in the middle, just so you're a bit safe, because it's more likely that the keeper goes right or left than stand. You know, so playing a penalty means that you want to take a chance, which has 60 to 70% of going in. So why not give it a shot? The unfortunate thing is, if the goalkeeper wanted to wait and see you kick before he goes right or left, then you're in trouble.
I think it's not about missing a penalty. I think it's the way and manner. You see players who hammer a ball and it goes wide, or it hits the bar and you miss that penalty, or it gets saved. Take for instance Mohamed Salah and Omar Marmoush penalty. They were well struck. They hit the ball properly and they still missed. You did not see the Egyptians screaming or shouting on social media about the fact that two of their players missed their penalties. You see people shouting about this because sometimes we call some penalties lazy. Those penalties, if they go in, the first penalty for Nigeria, look at this. If the goalkeeper had gone the wrong way, this would have been called a sweet penalty.
Yeah.
But it gets the right way, makes the save, and it starts to look easy a bit. But at the same time, I think it was well placed. But the intensity or the velocity of the shot might not just be enough for it, because we've seen a number of times that the goalkeeper will guess right, and they'll still miss the ball.
I'm talking about the shots. You know how Salah always plays penalty.
Of course.
Salah doesn't care. He will pick a spot, then he will smash the ball in, and that's what he tried here. But Nwabali gets
I think
right.
It's just a thing of individuals as a footballer making good use of their own ability. You know, as a penalty taker, you know what you're good at. You know what you can implement.
Yeah.
You know, in a very good way. When Jorginho was playing I don't know the name of that kind of penalty, that he raises his leg, waits for the goalkeeper to go left to right, and then shoots it to the other side. It's working like a magic, because the chance of going in is so high, because it means that you know where the goalkeeper is going just before you kick the ball. So it's either you just play it into the net or play it out yourself. The chance that the goalkeeper will save it is almost zero, because you waited for him to move.
But it doesn't work that way. Some goalkeepers would carry a little bit. So if you are thinking you want to wait, it may not work, because I think for a player it's better just pick a spot from your head and
put it all in.
Just like Salah played, that was a good penalty. But we must kudos to the goalkeeper who gets right. You know, then stop the ball from going in. That wasn't a poor penalty compared to maybe Chukwueze's penalty, the attitude and all of that.
That's why I'm saying that it's not just about missing a penalty. A strong hand, getting your directions correctly, a goalkeeper can always make a save.
Okay, wait, guys.
The penalty was just looking
not looking penalty.
It was not penalty at all.
Well, the wait continues for Morocco since 1976. Interesting, when they won in 1976, I think
there was no final. It was
so I say maybe Diaz wanted to be stylish, wanted to replicate that, and that appears to be selfish on his part, because he wanted at that point leave
glory,
just leave personal glory. Go for collective. But anyway, that has happened. But that shouldn't take anything from Diaz. 5 goals in the tournament. One of the best players for Morocco. He should be back in Real Madrid now, and we hope to see him do well. At the club level. He has a new coach.
He left as a player for Xabi Alonso, and then he came.
He was a French player, I think, under Xabi, under Alonso. So we hope we will enjoy some playing time under.
That won't change.
That won't change, right? Okay.
No, I'm not sure why they are not going to. They are not wanting to go and find a place to.
I think he did. Went to AC Milan, and then he returned back to. AC Milan were actually serious about retaining him, but Real Madrid, Florentino Perez said that he wants him to stay at the club. I think he also spoke to Alonso when Alonso also just signed as manager, and they made him believe that there's a place. See, there's no player on the planet that would not want to be a regular for Real Madrid if the opportunity comes.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you ask yourself, now Endrick has moved to Olympic Lyon and we are seeing him performing. The pressure at the clubs are two different things. The pressure and expectation. Somebody said yesterday on a show, and he said that Real Madrid supporters are the most spoiled supporters on the planet. They have all the titles in their cabinet, and yet the moment you are not performing to the expectations and not winning titles, then they are
that also speaks to the ambition of the club. I mean, maybe they're quite different from Manchester United fans, so that rather